So looks like we're going to be having our first game. The reason QED is already one up in the series is because IXL didn't get their player nomination in on time. So they were awarded a walkover. And so in the bottom left hand corner of Entombed Valley, we've got the blue Terran for QED, QED.Goste. And then in the bottom right hand corner playing Protoss, but he is a random player for the red Protoss. For IXL is IXL.Eradicator, and I'm fairly sure I spelled that right, but there is a bit of up and down alternating text, and I'll just fix that as well. T-O, and of course the last one's an R as well. Alright, so that should be all fine and dandy now. Alright, so looks like Eradicator already going for a scout, and unfortunately for him he'll turn up empty-handed at that first base. So I will be solo casting tonight, at least for this first stage, guys, until we get someone to jump into Ventrilo with me to do some casting. We might see Fridge or someone like that make an appearance. Minnow's not currently online, I do believe, so we're not going to be having any input from him at this stage. And of course, don't forget during the breaks to make song suggestions in the chat. And I'll do my best to get those up ready for each of the breaks. So nothing super weird coming out of Goste as it just yet. It looks like Eradicator's going to unfortunately find him in the bottom right hand corner. Apparently I've got some stream lag. I don't think I should, because I'm not hitting the right amount of kilobytes. So I might have to try and fix that if there is lag after it goes. But yeah, so Eradicator opening up now, so he's throwing down his cybernetics core after he's finished his first gateway. And so it looks like he's going to be going for a super early expand build, and it looks like Goste is also going to be scouting him in the last position that he looks, as the Marine pushes the probe of Eradicator away. Bang, bang, bang. Alright, so the 1 Rax FE coming down from Goste now as he begins that command center, and I might have, and the second gateway coming down, sorry, so it was a 1 Rax FE for Goste, and Eradicator now throwing down his second gateway as warp gate reset, warp gate is being chronoed out here as well. So this is going to be quite nice for Eradicator, but he doesn't actually have any room to get a probe out to expand. So this is just probably going to end up being a 4 gate, I'd assume. And the first stalker comes out, you see the next chrono boost go down, and unfortunately that SCV is not going to be able to make his way home. So we're going to probably be seeing some kind of 1 base plan. There's the 4th gate, so it is going to be a 4 gate, but the only problem for Eradicator, oh, it's not a complete wall off. I'll be, alright, so that makes a bit more sense now. So that makes a bit more sense, because if he wasn't able to get that probe out, that's pretty much going to negate any kind of timing that he would be able to get out. So we're seeing the sentries come out now, and back at Goste space his expansions finish up now, and he's already got that bunker down, so he's going to be fairly safe from any immediate pressure. And he does have that double orbiter command, and 3 racks at the moment. He'll probably look to transition into a factory very shortly, just because of the amount of gas that he's starting to stock up on now. The forward pylon goes down for Eradicator as well, as he maintains his center position here in the middle of the map. Also guys, if you are experiencing lag, just type in the chat 1 for it's lagging, or 0 for if it's not lagging. If it is lagging during the break, I might have to quickly turn off the stream, and it looks like the next bunker is coming down, so Eradicator really needs to get his finger out here and push up. Took a bit too much hull damage, and repairs are going to come down for that SCV, and if this second bunker finishes, it's going to be quite difficult for him to do anything offensively. Yeah, so this 4 gate's going to take quite a lot of skill in kind of the execution of it. He's trying to break down his second, or he's trying to break down the rocks. Goste can see this, and he's going to be pretty good from here if he can hold out until Stim comes. being on this 2 base economy is going to be pretty solid going into the later stages of the game. And these rocks now halfway down as Eradicator throws down his expansion. So I don't think this is going to go much further. Because of course Eradicator could have spent all that with those minerals on additional zealots and things of that like. And it might looks like he might even try to catch Goste out of position here. But yeah, he needs to make sure he's on top of his war pins, and I don't think he actually has enough of an economy to keep pumping this out the way he does. We can see Goste is quite severely far ahead, and even if he can get... Ooh, and that's also goes down, unfortunately. Here comes the big thing. All the SCVs have been fully, not bad force fields, but these zealots are going to get out pretty quickly. And as long as he can keep this other bunker alive, I think he's going to be pretty sweet with this, as Stim now is getting to the stage where it is nearly finished. Goste should probably look to throw down that, rebuild that bunker, and there it goes, and even additional one as well, just to help try and hold on from any of those multi-prong harassers. And Eradicator's going to need to strike before those finish up, because Stim's now finished as well, so that's going to help Goste stay alive during these small skirmishes as well. And he really needs to push in quite soon, because if these bunkers come down, it's going to be quite hard for him to break it. And we've got the pause please coming down from Eradicator, and we'll just have to see what the issue there is. Oh, there we go, and ready to go, resume there. So the bunker's now finishing up for Goste, so he's going to be able to fortify this position, and I don't think Eradicator is going to be able to break this at all with the engineering bay coming down the factory and the amount of SCVs. He's quite severely far ahead in the work count, and now he's got a pretty solid wall going as well. So the energy on these sentries will probably commit for maybe, let's see, so one, maybe 4 or 5 force fields, but yeah, he's going to need to be careful. Goste's got a few unrallied marines here as he starts combat shields research, and the first robotics bay goes down. So Goste is in a fairly solid position here. I think Eradicator's time to fully kind of push in and get the most value for his attack has passed now that Stim has finished, and the fact that there are now 3 bunkers. And looking at what he's got going on at home now, he's trying to kind of macro out of it, it looks, and try and transition into the late game. And so he's probably going to try and hold Goste to those 2 bases for as long as he can. But even if Goste just builds another command center eventually and just uses it for mules, I think he's going to be in a fairly solid position with holding this now. He does have quite a large supply lead in both worker and army, so as long as he doesn't make any super ridiculous mistakes as the first observer now comes out for Eradicator and the starport finishes up for Goste, he should be in a fairly solid position. It's also important to note no upgrades coming down. It looks like it's going to be 2 base Colossus or something of the like. So with no upgrades coming down from Eradicator yet, and +1 attack for Goste, it's just going to make this, penetrating this, that much harder. And now with the reactor starport, it looks like Goste is actually going to go for a bit of a drop play or something as combat shields finishes up as well. And if I was Goste, I'd be probably even investing a bit into those concussive shells just to try and mow down any army that wants to try and escape. And the observer now coming in and seeing pretty much the fortress that Goste has got up. He's at quite a supply lead, and the first immortal coming out now for Eradicator. He might use that as kind of the battering ram to try and break down what Goste has got here, but unfortunately it looks like this double drop's gone unnoticed from Eradicator. Nothing additionally being pulled, so this looks like it's actually going to do a hell of a lot of damage, and we'll just need to keep an eye out in case Eradicator wants to try and push into Goste's defense. And coming into the main base of Eradicator now, he's going to need to pull his workers very quickly, and the nice spread of and he accidentally pulled those all to the command center, and so it looks like Goste is going to need to make up his mind as what he wants to attack. A bit of an oh shit moment coming out from Eradicator, realising how much and he's got the stims, and he can take out his nexus really quickly. Ends up supply blocking Eradicator, and this is not good for him. He's pulled his whole army, so Goste can even push out now. and this is going to do quite a lot of damage. Probably even get a few sentries and 3 units here as well. So this is quite bad, bad position for Eradicator to be in. And of course this is going to lift up. I'll probably sacrifice those few units just to get the ones that matter out, and will he be able to do it? Oh, this is fairly tense, more tense than anything you'd see at the Olympics. You'd see, oh no, is that, oh no. Oh no. This poor Colossus. Help his chances at all with this. He's going to push up and maybe look for proxy pylons, but it looks like Goste is actually going to be another sneaky drop, and he's going to get away with that as well. If we look at the workers killed, he's actually been able to pick off 13 during these smaller skirmishes, and it looks like he's actually going to be able to come in and clean up all these pylons as well. And he's just going to drop in behind as well, maybe even go for these pylons to try and deny any resupply line. One gateway goes down, and I don't think he's going to be able to get this second one, but he'll be able to pick up a few sentries, maybe. No, it looks like he's just going to play it safe and retreat. Maybe even get the pick up on those units. Right, the medevac is too important, but it looks like Goste's not going to wait any longer. He's going to try and push at the front. One pylon still remaining in his third base, but I don't think that's going to matter because not even another furnace has started being built yet. And his units work up now. First upgrade on its way to Eradicator, the less than area 14 IXL. And with positioning these, this mortar's actually quite a lot of damage. So Goste needs to figure out what he wants to do with that, with all those units. It's actually having really a medevac per one. Unfortunately, that Guardian ship is got issues. The upgrades stopped churning out, and that was finally called. And here comes the probe ship. So with a quick stim, this has been too much fell duty for Eradicator, who unfortunately wasn't able to execute the 4-gate, so it's still potential. GG well played comes out, and guys, we're going to be going into game, you know what, we'll call it game 3. But after we have a quick break, we will be back, and QED is currently up 2-0 in this series. The first point was awarded for a walkover.
Blood Mist has joined the channel.
We'll just have to see what happens from there, guys, so we'll be back soon.